Hello, welcome. My name is Dan Meyer. I'm editor-in-chief of RCR Wireless News. Thanks for joining us today. Today we are joined by Tom Nadeau, who's the distinguished engineer at Brocade, to talk a bit about some new Brocade news and also get a little bit of an update on the SDN market in general. So, hey Tom, thanks for joining us today. I know you're a little under the weather, but we definitely appreciate you taking the time today.
Hey Dan, thanks for having me.
Great. Again, I know pretty much everybody across the country is under the weather, so hopefully we can make it through this without one of us falling apart. But again, well, I know obviously, so Brocade had some new news that came out this week, kind of a follow-up. I know we talked back in September on the Viata controller, and now you guys got some, I guess, an update to that with some news today. Maybe give us a little bit insight into the news for today on that.
Yeah, we have today officially released or kicked off the free 60-day trial for the product. Much like with the Viata V router, you were able to go to Brocade.com, you sign up, and you can download it for 60 days to try it out. 60 days. During that 60 days, that includes tax support. So if you have trouble installing it, using it, anything, download it, check it out, and see what it's all about.
Cool. All right. And now, who's this? I mean, I know we talked a bit in the past when you guys launched the product, but I guess maybe a little reminder of like who's this really targeted at, and who do you guys expect to kind of take advantage, perhaps, of the free trial of this?
Well, there's a lot of people that we've talked to that were a bit on the fence about using the product and didn't want to go through the whole sign up with the an account team and whatnot. This is really an answer to that, to go out there and get those folks and have them come in and check the thing out, and try it out. And also there's a couple of people who have had trouble, frankly, downloading the public open source version of what we've built, and it's a sort of there be dragons situation in there. If you're not an engineer, it's a pretty tricky sort of install to get it up and running. So that's a lot of what we've done in the commercialized version, is packaged it. So for there's basically one button install, one command install, thing goes in and installs as you like it. And it's we've worked very hard for two solid months, really getting that down, getting it solid. We also have included 2 trial applications, the initial element management system for the Viata 5600, as well as the Path Explorer application, which is a point-and-click, open flow path provisioning application. They're designed to sort of whet your appetite, show you what the controller can do, and get you started. Get the thing installed and allow you to play with it. Allow you to talk to some easily obtainable network elements, OpenFlow enabled Mininet, for example, or real OpenFlow switches, as well as the Viata 5600 router, which you can also get the 60-day free trial download for as well. So you can download it, set it up, and play with it. And we're curious to hear from everybody on how it's going.
Got it. Yeah, well, obviously, it seems like this kind of takes care of, it always seems like with open source based things that there's always the issue of, things that are, kind of free and easy out there seem to be perhaps a little more difficult for those who are not perhaps as qualified in the engineering space, perhaps, to download and make things work. It seems like what you guys are doing is really kind of taking the next step and making something that is open source, not making it proprietary, but just making it easier to use. So, so those who do want to use it, it's a simple type of solution for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've done. I mean, we have included some applications which don't come with the open source packaging, but the base controller itself is true to what we've always said we would do. Is we have not tainted that with any proprietary anything. What it actually is a subset of what's available upstream. Not everything that was released in the last release of Open Daylight is really ready for prime time use. So what we've done is, pared it down, tested the heck out of it, made sure it worked. We will be releasing subsequent modules, and because of the nature of the way that the controller is constructed, it's a simple, add-on load load command. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
So we're
the
looking
beauty of
forward to this.
software. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have, and I should mention, we do have a number of commercial deployments right now, commercial trials, and lab environment trials of the product right now. One tier one SP is pretty far down the road of getting ready to even deploy it. So we're pretty excited about this.
Yeah, well, it definitely seems like the SDN space has, even since we talked in September, I mean, really it continued to gain that kind of momentum. I mean, obviously, it seemed 2014 was a big year for virtualization in general, but SDN, I mean, Open Daylight's been doing a lot with this as well, but really kind of getting that technology out there. And obviously, I guess the next step is kind of unifying it perhaps a little bit more across the industry, but it seems like it's really gained quite a bit of momentum past 6 to 12 months in the telecom space.
Yeah, I think part of it is sort of like, what we've done. Sort of a lot of it is packaging. I mean, when you talk to, the sort of the top kind of customers that you would imagine that would want to use this, tier one SPs, large enterprises, and so on. Those guys, they expect a fit and finish of a product, and this was actually a problem with OpenStack for a while, right? If you remember. And still is, right? You can't just download OpenStack and fire it up in a production environment. There's still a lot of moving parts, and which is why there's a number of commercial distros now, and a lot of what they've done is a lot of like what we've done, which is again tidying it up, fit and finish, and we are spending a lot of time with any of those fixes pushing that stuff back upstream when we can. But about things like the installer and so on are part of our package. But I think that's really what's hit the sweet spot is just sort of making it a commercial product.